We good. We live. You can't stop Kaneda. It's not going to do it. Not going to do the shill videos. Happy Saturday morning. Let's get the kids in here. Let's get them talking pinball. How can a dude be more entertaining than a $13,000 machine? Love it. How you guys doing this morning? It's gonna be a good show. Let's go tell some people on Patreon that we live, baby. We live. We got more people on Facebook than YouTube right now. This is a first for that, man. I feel like YouTube though. We're a little bit late. Some people might have taken that 5-minute delay as a sign that this wasn't going to happen, but this always happens. Unless I tell you otherwise, it will be 10 a.m. every Saturday morning. Got to book my Expo trip. It's happening. Kaneda going to Expo. What's up, Brian? Scott Jones, Mike Jones. The Joneses are in the house. We're keeping up with the Joneses. Let's see. Copy video link. Patreon. Oh, man. It's funny, man. It's funny just seeing people try to, I literally couldn't be happier with the support we have on Patreon every single month. There is now basically even more content you're getting when you're a Patreon subscriber. We're doing live shows on Patreon. And, what I love about Canadian Patreon is everyone gets the same thing. There's no tiers of this and that and polo shirts, and there's no shenanigans. And I also don't do silly stuff like, oh, here's something for free, and if you want to hear the rest, you got to go behind the paywall. It's stupid. Bad marketing. You would think by now, I mean, just think about it. The one dude who works in marketing for a living that trailblazed the way I did into pay. I mean, I didn't invent any of this stuff. It's just smarter to do it the way I did it, and nobody can do it. Nobody has followed me the way I've done it because I think people are afraid to take the whole show behind the paywall. They just don't want to do it. They still need that little bit of awareness and attention. And it, because they don't want to see the true numbers fall off, if you will. Mr. Franchi, happy belated, man. I hope you had a good birthday. My birthday, man, Franchi, is this Thursday coming up, the 25th. We are a week apart, baby. Kaneda and Franchi not wearing socks, enjoying pinball. It's going to be a great, great fall. For many reasons, both literally, metaphorically. Fall of the empire. We are watching Stern Pinball struggle. We're going to talk all about that. It's going to be a great fall because the weather's beautiful. And then it's going to be a great fall because when it ends, we're getting Beetlejuice. It's really a fun time to be in the hobby. Thank you, Fizzy. Appreciate the $2, bro. We're sad boy. It's really such a fun time to be in the hobby because I do believe that the entire hobby now is all on the same page. Like, we are all on the same page now. There is nobody now who looks like they have any common sense if they're buying these new in-box games now from Stern. Okay. Sad boy, my brother, with the $50, bro. You are just the man, bro. You are the freaking man. This is just amazing. Literally, this dude comes in here and in one swoop basically donates what some of these other people can't even make in a month podcasting. It's amazing. They can't do this. What's good, brother? I torched $500 last night at the strip club trying to ease the pain of fully knowing that the empire truly has fallen. At least I got face to face with multiple. Oh my gosh, without being consumed like boba. That is incredible. I don't even know if that's PG, PG-13, R-rated. That is funny. Sad boy, thank you for giving us all a good laugh. As we watch, oh my God, Franchi, you are out of your mind. Franchi just gave $50. Happy early birthday, dude. Seriously, man, thank you. I really appreciate that. Chris, I'm gonna use that and do a birthday toast to both of us. And I need to send you. So I got something for you too. Are you gonna, French? You're gonna be at Expo, right? You're gonna be at Expo. Wow. I just love. It's what's amazing about this community is as people try to push Kaneda out and they try to complain about Kaneda. Like, look what happens. Like, we're just always having a good time. It's like the people on the outside are the people like are really not having a good time. Um, All right, awesome. Good morning, Robert. Well, yeah, I'm going to Expo. I'm getting my first class ticket. It's about $1,000 to go to Chicago, first class from White Plains, New York. Fizzy, thank you so much. $1,000 plane ticket. Write it off on the taxes on my Patreon because I got to submit a W-2 for Patreon. So you got to pay taxes on podcast earnings. First class, baby. Tiny planes. It's not even worth it. I mean, to be honest, but whatever. It's like I think the world's most prolific pinball podcast. Did you guys see that funny video guy made splicing my commentary about the Stern Shill Day over the video footage? Is amazing. Vic, we love you. We're sorry you got caught up in that. Those people look as unexcited as you could possibly be. It's unbelievable. If I were Spooky Pinball, what I would do is I would get people under NDA. I would film their responses and reactions to showing them Beetlejuice and make that the first teaser video. No one's ever done this. Nobody thinks creatively anymore. Nobody. Spooky Pinball, here's a great idea. You film people's reaction to the game. You never show the game. I want to see people's jaws drop. I want to see their smiles form. I want to see their eyes light up and make that your teaser for Beetlejuice. This hobby really needs to wake up when it comes, to some of the marketing and getting people excited. It's the same old, same. Look, Spooky doesn't need to do anything to sell this game. They've done all the marketing already. They've developed something that will be absorbed in with so much, not absorbed, that's the wrong word. It will be consumed with a level of enthusiasm we haven't seen in 5 years. I keep saying this. People think I'm like, name me a game in the last 5 years that is going to sell out as fast as Beetlejuice with Franchi on artwork. Name me a game in 5 years. The last time we had this level of excitement for a theme, I want to say it was like Ghostbusters. I want to say it was like maybe Batman 66. I don't think we've had an 80s nostalgic movie done right in maybe forever. Think about it. All the 80s movies we love, all the nostalgia we love. Harry Potter, different, right? Thing about Potter, once we knew it wasn't limited, Potter, again, Brett and company, they did it right. They made the smart move and it worked out. The reason why Potter worked out is the game is so enjoyable to shoot. They Jersey Jack games are beautiful, but I've always said it was like some of those earlier games, it was like a beautiful woman that was bad in bed, right? I mean, nobody wants a beautiful woman that's bad in bed. And Harry Potter is a beautiful woman that is great in bed. And it's not, it's not the most perfect game. I wish there was a little bit more magic in the mechs. I do. But it just plays so well. And not only that, it shows up so well. And every time I see Harry Potter CE next to King Kong LE, and I've seen it at distros, I've seen it at shows, It really does just look leagues nicer, like leagues nicer. And this is Stern's big problem now is Dune, Evil Dead, and Harry Potter. All three of those games look significantly nicer than what Stern is bringing to market. Stern tried to do it all. They really tried to do it all. They should have stayed in the lane they were in, which was mass-produced games where we'll make 500 LEs with great themes, but we're not going to overcharge. We're going to give you the best value in all of pinball. And those days are over now. Those days are over. Ajax with the $20. You guys are very generous right now, and I want to say it means a lot to me. And you're fueling my binge drinking habits on the weekends. So thank you very much. Ajax said, "Happy early B-Day. Keep doing what you do. Any insight on a 60th anniversary Batman?" Ajax, Franchi, have they contacted you? We got Franchi here. Franchi, have they contacted you to to maybe do a 60th anniversary package for them? I think there's a very, very, very good chance that we will see a Batman 60th. I don't think they'll recycle the SLE artwork, but I think there's a very good chance if we look at Stern's track record of making anniversary edition games based on games that have strong secondhand market demand. I don't see why not. Why wouldn't they? The game is a coded masterpiece. Elevating Batman 66 onto Spike 3. The problem with Spike 3, ladies and gentlemen, is I just don't I don't feel this it's elevating the game that much. So yeah, Franchi, nobody wants you to work for them again. I think it's funny, man. I the tables have really turned in a weird way. We all love Zombie Yeti. We love Jeremy. We love his artwork. I think he's in a stressful position over there. I think I can say this without being wrong. I think Franchi's having more fun over at Spooky than Jeremy's having over at Stern. And it's not about how much you make. It's not about how many games come out a year. You know my measure of success in life. How many days are you waking up in a good mood? And I think Christopher Franchi is waking up in a better mood these days than Jeremy is. And that's because now, Jeremy's trying to steer that big ship in a different direction. My worry about Stern is I don't really know who's making the major decisions over there anymore. Big five. Thank you, Dave Sanders, for the $5. That is enough for a pint, which I will have. I will get a pint of Guinness, my friend, with your very generous donation. Thank you guys so much. You guys got to stop, man. When you donate money, all the Kaneda haters get even more upset. It's not fair, man. Some of them are not making any money a month. Some of them, have got more fingers and toes than they have subscribers. It's not fair. It's not fair. Shouldn't there be pinball podcast equality where everyone makes the same amount, right? I bet these dudes watch the WNBA and think that. No, it's about you should make money based upon how much value you create and how big your audience is. That's how you should make the money. I find it hard to believe that anyone in pinball having a good time in pinball having a good time as I am at Spooky. We're making gold over there. Dude, see this, man? You see that right there, what Franchi just wrote? You seeing anybody at Stern say anything like that? Legitimately, Christopher Franchi saying there's nobody in pinball having a time like the crew over at Spooky. They're making gold. You just sold another 100 games in one statement. When you look at Stern and you look at the fake shills they're bringing through the door, these are fake shills. These are not pinball fans. These are YouTubers that just want attention. And Mr. Sharp doesn't realize this. That's not a good look. The more Stern puts up fake people fake YouTubers are the ones who are getting invites. The more Stern, makes their merch shop look like a Gen Z Motley Crue, the more they are like, it's like they're ashamed. They're ashamed of who is their real customer and who's going to fuel their business moving forward. They don't get it. I put up a slide once that showed Stern, this is what your merch shop looks like, right? And it was all like 20-year-olds, men, women, diversity, all of it in there, right? Everything's in there, which is fine. I don't really care. But who wasn't represented? Like anyone that looks like you and me, anyone who represents the community. You're ashamed of like I walk around a pinball show and this is your audience. This is your consumer. And it really does keep going back to that fundamental belief over there that the audience they have and the consumer they have isn't the consumer they want. And they sort of, for some weird reason, thought they could expand pinball if they simply shoved it in front of a bunch of young people who have no money. Nobody in their 20s is dropping $6,000 to $15,000 on a pinball machine. You know what I'm saying? Nobody. They'll go to a barcade and play. They'll drink craft beer and enjoy league night, but they're not going to buy a game. Well, the rumors of Elwin and JJP. I'll tell you this right now. I have a really great relationship with people over at JJP. I don't talk about it that much publicly. I've developed a lot of respect for the folks over there. I think they're a really, I think Spooky and JJP. I mean, I've been saying this openly. I think Spooky and JJP are really the two companies that have the most excitement. I don't think Barrels of Fun is there yet. I was just laughing at one of their Facebook posts today where they're like, they're like thanking everybody, and they thank people who are rooting for them from afar. And I was like, that just sounds like AI wrote that. And what does that mean? Who's rooting for Barrels of Fun from afar? Like that they just, I literally, and I talk to David a lot, and I literally just think David needs to be like, Kaneda, here's 50 grand. And, we'll make that publicly known. And I want you to give me advice and help me figure out what game to bring to market next. And if I pay you 50 grand, you will save me and make me millions of dollars. You'll save me money because I won't make a mistake, and you'll make me. He doesn't know. He doesn't know. Look, I really respect David. He got it done. They've made games. No one's getting burned. There's a level of respect and admiration I have for any pinball company that figures it out. But there's also a level of confusion why any pinball company now would make a boneheaded mistake with themes that aren't day one sellouts if you're only making 1,000 of something. If you're only making 1,000 of something, there's no way you should be slowly selling those games over 6 months. You got it wrong. You got it, and this whole like, well, the more people that get in front of it. No, it's not. This is not that kind of hobby. No one will have been in front of Beetlejuice and they will sell 999 instantly. Instantly. I can't wait. Bug and Luke have given me a few games to give out to some of my club members. So if you get locked out, if I were all of you, I would literally be knocking on my distributor's door. Can I please give you right now $2,500 non-refundable towards Spooky's next game? They'll take it. You should give $2,500 non-refundable deposit on Spooky's next game. Just tell them that. Look, I want to give it to you now. Everything's a negotiation. Everything. Like, I know you have an email list. I know you don't want to take money on a game that's not revealed. I want to give you this right now. And hey, if you were smart, I'd be like, oh, here's $3,000. Just, take the wife and kids out for a nice dinner. Is that Is that unethical? I don't think so. Why? Why can't you give a distro a tip if they hook you up? Isn't that the way the world works? When I go to my favorite restaurant here, Rowaden Seafood, it's incredible. Iconic destination here. It's an iconic establishment. And the bill comes and it's $50. And I love the bartender, Suda. She's great. Or Jessie or Christina. They're amazing, right? Know them all. First name basis. Wasn't like that a year ago when I first moved in. I think my first time at the bar there, I knew I was moving to this town. I think I had one drink. I left $100. Just want to let you know I'm new to town. I don't have as much money as all these finance guys. I don't care. It's not about that. It's just like, I want to let you know that I love this spot and I want this to be one of my spots on the short time I have on planet Earth. So when I go in now, hey, Chris, what's up? Everybody, it's like going into a TV sitcom. It's like walking into Cheers. Same is true with a distro. You make friends with your distro. You scratch my back, I'll scratch your back. That's the way the world works. These kids don't want to know that. They think it's unfair. Kaneda has privilege. Kaneda has an unfair advantage. And I remind everybody, I've done 1,138 podcasts about pinball, entertaining this community for 12 years straight. What have you done? Right? What have you done? Put up 38,000 posts on Pinside? Going to Expo. Going to Expo, baby. And look, I'm just going to say this. I'm going to go to Expo. There's going to be no drama. I'm not fighting anybody. I'm not yelling at anybody. I'm shaking everybody's hand that will shake mine. I will. You know what's going to be funny is all of the little pissing, is that even a word? All that pissing back and forth. I'll give you an example. Like a guy like Colin. Like, I don't hate Colin, at the Kineticist at all. Like, I don't know why he got, he started making obnoxious comments on my Facebook page. So I think he's blocked. I just, and I didn't like that he tried to go down the road of like the trans debate with Harry Potter. Like, I just thought that was a level of woke virtual signaling that I just don't agree with. And I don't think most people in pinball agree with it. I don't care even if you're for, everybody's rights and representation. It's just not really what, Dan, I'm not fighting you. It's not what the pinball community wants to talk about, and nor should they, and nor should you thrust them into it. So, like, when I see Colin at Expo, it's gonna be like, hey, what's up, man? Like, come on, like, let's just bury this stupid stuff, move on. And he's gonna be like, cool. That's how it goes. That's how it was when we met up at JJP. Look, he needs. I'm good for business. Like, let's just remind everybody this. When Kaneda's Pinball Podcast and your content, or you're a pinball personality, heck, if you're a pinball company, if we're getting along fine, it's good for business. Like, people want to see that. I mean, the moment I start talking about like dudes who have no subscriptions, I basically like can double a dude's subscription base in 1 week just because I started talking about them. Nothing they did. And I don't even listen to the shows, but it just helps. It helps. The crew right now that I'm just every day we're like laughing, and we're going to get Ralph back in it, is Jamie and Kale over Electric Bat. Like, we literally have like the most fun 3-way phone conversations about pinball and what's going on in the hobby. So apparently Ralph will reconcile with me, but he wants to look me in the eyes when he does it at Expo. Okay. We're going to film it. We're going to make it a whole thing. It's going to be amazing. Brooklyn style, baby. Brooklyn style. Ralph is back, baby. Ralph is back. Yeah. What's up, gang? You bring in security, man. I'm not bringing any security. Look, I also heard, from people that spoke to Glenn, that he feels bad about the comment he made. That's cool. He just never told me that. And I'll tell you this right now, before I threatened to kick Glenn's butt for making that comment about 9/11, which I did, threaten to kick his ass, Seabass, because I was really upset and emotional. Again, I was thinking about my friends I lost on 9/11. And what people don't realize is, while the whole country and the world is different degrees of separation from 9/11. People who lived in New York City were 1 degree of separation, and it's not a joking moment, and I don't understand anything that I said that deserved to be, you know, deserved that kind of insensitivity. So, look, and I know Glenn feels bad, and and I'll just say this, before I threatened to kick his ass, I called him 2 times in a row because I was like, I could see he was online. He had the little green dot. I called him, he didn't pick up. I called him again, he didn't. So, like, if you're gonna write something like that, at least, like, pick up the phone, because then none of it would have happened. Like, none of the ass kicking comment would have happened. I would have been like, "Glenn," 'cause I really just wanna be like, "Glenn, really, man? Like, what the F, bro? Like, what's wrong with you?" And he would have been like, "I'm sorry, man." Like, and he would have taken it down, and that would have been that. But, that's the world we live in. No one ever wants to pick up the phone. They just want to use social media as a cowardly way to insult people and then, you know, disappear. But I'll talk to anybody on the phone. I'm not gonna, like, I don't need to, like, interview people. I just want, or go on people's shows. Just give me a buzz. You know how to reach me. I'm not hard to find. I'm not hiding from anybody. I've never lost a pinball debate to anybody. Never. Because I'm not debating anybody. Like, there's nothing. What would you beat me? What would someone beat me on a pinball debate? That pinball prices are too high. That Stern Pinball has been cranking out, like, mediocre stuff, and it's too expensive lately. That Stern Pinball, like, fleeced us with $2,000 toppers. That Stern Pinball lied to us about exclusivity on LEs when they remade LEs, right? That where was I wrong? That Toy Story 4 wasn't the Toy Story we wanted. That Willy Wonka without the movie musicals scores is not how you want Willy Wonka pinball. Where have I been wrong? Guns N' Roses shoots like a dog. What are you going to debate me on? Where are you going to win? What did I get wrong? Spooky Pinball has now got all the juice in the hobby. Nobody really wants Dune Pinball. That's why it's not selling. I put up a survey. 90% of people wanted Tremors over Dune, and Tremors would have been 10 times cheaper to license. So cool. People can go talk to themselves in the shower with no followers, and then everybody's here. It's cool. I love it. Keep doing my thing. Let's talk about the fall of the empire. Stern Pinball is in big trouble. We say it all the time. And again, I'm not even talking about Star Wars sales are not where they thought they'd be. They're just in trouble because I think Stern has sort of like an identity crisis happening over there. I just don't think they can sustain it. And 3 games a year, plus remakes, plus anniversary editions, that huge factory, not just the one you guys walk into, but they also got the huge building across the street where they do all the woodworking and the CNC cutting of, like, everything, like they've built such a large facility that they need demand to match what they can supply. It's not any more complicated than that. Stern Pinball needs the demand for their product to match what that factory needs to supply to keep it operational and profitable. I would not want to be in their shoes. Okay? I've heard from sources in the industry that they've cut production to 4 days a week. That's not good. And the tragic part is the next move by them is they need to raise prices. How is that going to work? How are you going to navigate waning demand with an increase in price? What Stern needs to do is they need to lower the price of the LE to $11,000. Come on, gang. We all know the bomb on an LE Stern. We all know it's $4,000, gang. It's got to be around $4,000. It does not cost a lot of money to do anything that's really in that LE, because they're making, like, double profit on every premium. So if a premium's 10, all right, at most, the bomb is 5 grand, at most. So you wanna charge 13. You gotta remember, they're charging 13 for an LE without a topper, without even all the accessories. And then you look over at Harry Potter, and it just looks twice as expensive. You look over at Evil Dead, it looks twice as good. You look over at Dune, it looks much, much more premium. You look over at anything CGC makes. You look over at a Lebowski that's 10 years old, and it looks way more expensive than a Stern. And so, Stern just thinks they're gonna keep doing this, like, gonna keep serving what is, like, ostensibly, like, the most expensive pinball that pinball has ever been on a mass volume. You're gonna mass produce pinball at these prices, and now you're gonna raise prices. It's not gonna work. So, part of people's when the Fall of the Empire, like an ominously named title of a new game, I think people are just kinda over them, and they don't know how to get it back. They don't. I mean, even when, like, that video the video's hilarious. The video that someone spliced up of me talking over the, Stern media visit day. Even in that video, look how unenthusiastic those people are. "Wayne just sold 4 Dunes at a show." Well, Wayne, it's like, you have the games in boxes, right? If you have a Dune in a box, people will buy it. The wait to get the stuff is really the issue. I mean, I got the latest update from Jerry at Multimorphic. Have you? I mean, why does Jerry reveal a game like 8 months before it can even go on the line? Like, does he have no cash flow? Does he have like zero cash flow going on in that company? I was reading it and I'm just like, I can't even believe this guy's like in business still with that delay. Like, I really don't get it. But I guess something else is on the line, right? Like something's going out the door every day at Multimorphic. But I was just like, wow, it's almost October, and you revealed the portal in March, and not a single one has gone out, or did the modular versions go out yet? I just, but why not just like Multimorphic, American Pinball, Turner, they should all just unite. Like, it's so stupid that you had all these like smaller boutiques, like independently trying to create assembly lines, if you will. Right. And in the end, like, it's weird. It's a weird thing because they've all got something unique. I get it. Like, they're not the same kind of manufacturing. American Pinball was making like traditional pinball. Multimorphic, Jerry's making his TV pinball. And then you've got Turner with an all new sort of board system that really simplifies the manufacturing process. So they've all got like unique ways of interpreting what people want in pinball, but them all doing it independently makes absolutely no sense. Absolutely no sense. And like in a lot of ways, like they're all just failing independently. The fact that there's never any M&A going on in pinball makes no sense to me. Like, how is there never any mergers or acquisitions happening in pinball, or divestitures, if you will? I mean, there's nothing to divest, but like, literally, there's no mergers happening in this entire hobby. Like, nobody went to business school, nobody has an MBA, like nobody realizes the cost advantage of a merger. Like, the reason why you merge is to, create efficiencies, to make more money, and also to share innovations. Nobody decided to do that in pinball. I've been covering it now for 13 years, like 12, 13 years. Nobody. Let's just all keep doing it independently. Smart. Go out of business eventually. Mergers only occur in growing markets. Well, it's not true, John. Like, well, yeah. I mean, acquisitions. I mean, my industry is shrinking a little bit. Like, so there's acquisitions going on. Like, our company got acquired because marketing and production world is declining because of AI. John, did you order Star Wars? John at Jackbard, did you order Star Wars, brother? Williams bought Bally. Yeah, in the 90s. Um, I was looking at pictures of Pedretti Gaming's Big Bang Bar. Any questions on it? I'm staring at photos right now. Big Bang Bar from Pedretti Gaming. It most likely will be revealed at Expo. Curious to see how many they make and what they charge. So John's definitely getting one eventually. I love that. There's nothing, John. I'm going to make you a T-shirt that says "definitely eventually." I think they're real. Those two words together are going to be my new John at Jack Bar. Get ready for your holiday gift. Definitely eventually. Definitely eventually. Eventually. Definitely eventually. Maybe I don't know. Like, let's just throw all the spectrums of things that could possibly happen. I'm hearing like the pros probably just the way to go. I don't know. Like, who cares? I'm not buying one. Another failed Star Wars. Leonard bought JJP. Yeah, he did. That was an acquisition. Brisbane Lines. Magnificent. Nobody knows what you're talking about. uh no. No, it doesn't. I'll tell you what I'll tell you like Stern's been for sale for a while. Like they've reached out to all the people you can probably imagine. No, it's just I think the attitude is like nobody wants to fix all of Stern's problems and absorb the size of that. And like the problem is like Stern's the kind of company whoever buys it will end up closing it down within like 2 to 3 years because they will start making crap. Once George retires, Gary, like once the people that know what they're doing are out, they would just start making crappy pinball machines and the sales wouldn't be there and they would close doors quickly. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like nobody would buy Stern because the next 10 years look great. I was talking to one of the prolific content creators and he was basically saying, he's like, Chris, in 10 years time, this hobby and community will be 60% smaller. And I was like, dude, I think it's sooner than that. Um, my feelings. I think the future of pinball is boutique. I don't think new pinball ever goes away for a while, but I think the days of mass consumption of new in box are going to be over. The days of distros making $500,000 a year or more, like just drop shipping Stern machines are going to be over. The hobby will transform itself into more about people being content with their collections, acquiring, the great games that are readily available. Very few games are really going to be like collectible or sought after. A lot of people too are just going to get burnt out and move on to something else. I mean, Michael Schumacher is selling his car collection to focus on artwork. I think the newbies who came in hot during COVID will not turn their machines on for years, and they'll eventually fire sale the product. And I think there's just going to be a smaller reduction of what pinball is, and that's why I think boutiques are in the best possible position because there's always going to be at least 1,000 pinheads willing to buy your new in box game if that's all you need to sell. I just don't think there's going to be 5 to 6,000 lining up for every new game you have coming out. And Stern needs that 5 to 6,000 people to absorb all those games because they got to make that many. Remember, when you're making 800 games a week at full capacity, which is what you want to be at if you're them, you're talking 3,200 games a month. Let's just say 2,500 a month. In 2 months, Stern needs 5,000 people to order games. 5,000 people every 2 months. Spooky Pinball just needs 999 people to order a game over 12 months, and they will sell out in 9 minutes. I don't know who's buying all these machines. I really don't. I really don't. I don't know, like, how distros are placing an order for, like, 20 Star Wars games. It's more, and for me, it's more about, like, looking at the consumer and saying, where, like, wake up, where you been?" Like, if you buy this game right now, you're gonna regret it. And I'm seeing more and more stories from more and more people that are 100% regretting that they bought new in box. Like, legit frustrated owners who just are like, they now look at their game with regret because they could have got it for so much less money. Now, look, none of these are investments. Like, rich people, like, losing $3,000 doesn't matter if you've got a few $1,000,000. It means nothing. It means I lost $1,500 at a poker match the other night. I'm not even that rich. I'm not even like I make no proclamations that I'm like this wealthy, this rich. I live a very rich life because of what's in my life. And I'm in the green. I have surplus cash flow every month. But that could end if my job goes away, right? But I've made good investments and I have everything I really want. I have a beautiful family, a beautiful house. I live in a town that I absolutely love. My neighbors are great. And, as long as I can raise these kids to be respectful men of character, I want to raise two gentlemen to have a lot more class at times than their dad has had. But I also want to raise them with grit and some sarcasm and personality and to have a backbone, not be a damn snowflake like a lot of these kids nowadays, these scaredy cats who pretend to be like, I mean, think there's nothing lamer than being young and afraid. The amount of young people I meet that have they have no guts, no grit. Everything scares them and offends them. It's pathetic. It's like, you're young. You should be the one rolling into the office hungover, not me. I walked around in the company the other day. I'm like, who wants to go to happy hour? Tommy Jazz, greatest bar in the world. It is. I'm a senior executive at the company. Who wants to go grab a drink? Nobody. Nobody. My guy on my team, Jason, came with me, but it's just funny to me. I can't, like, when I was young, man, and senior execs were like, let's go get a drink. We all were like, yeah, man, let's go. Like, build relationships with people. That's how you get ahead in corporate America. It's like they literally just sit there and think they're going to get ahead, like making decks and putting time into the system. Like, when the when the hammers fall down in life, the people protected are the people that have the relationship. Not because you got your time in. They don't even know who you are. Out of sight, out of mind. All right, let's read some of your commentary. We all need to live. Hope Stern does not go out of business, and that will regroup the sales and fix. I don't like, but the whole thing about Robert about, like, we have to root for Stern not to go out of business is weird to me. Like, whenever people talk like that, nobody wants Stern to go out of business. We want Stern to just wake the F up. Stern won't go out of business if they wake the F up, but they haven't woken up. And they haven't made a move that shows they understand us and they understand the market. And in fact, they keep chugging along doing the same exact things. Why would they expect different results? I just, and now they're becoming a little bit cranky. Oh, why aren't people saying nice stuff about our games? Like, look at those people they invited over. Who are those people? Who are those people? Let's see this. Hold on. Where's let me see if I can. Did you guys all see the video the guy made of? Let me see if I can go grab it. So it's making me laugh. Like, It's so good. Of me making fun of the shills at the content day. I mean, what really? Why did they even make that video? It's, like, so weird. It's like, again, they just don't effing get it. Oh, that's me.
What really?
That's me right now live. Let's do this.
Looking at the video.
Hold on. Let's see if I can share. Let's get this here. Let's see if I have to sign in over here. I don't know why my Facebook ain't signed in here. Oh, hold on. Oh, where's that? Hold on. We're gonna do this. Share screen. Do, 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 do.
Poor Vic. Vic, I love you, man. They got Vic on camera. If I was Vic, I would have been sort of slowly backing up like Homer Simpson into the bushes, because you don't want to be on that video saying how fantastic the game is. And you could even see it in the people's impressions. They're not really ecstatic. They are like struggling to say something nice because they're a guest inside Stern's like headquarters. And I get it. Like, they would have got me too. Like, I would have said something, I don't know, man, the leg bolts look really shiny on this version. They would have got me saying something. It's just seeing that video makes me really happy that I did not go. It would have been weird for me, the world's most prolific pinball podcaster who's been in this for 12 years, to go through that door and see that cast of characters that has no relationship with the pinball community. Looking at the
I think he nailed it. I mean, that literally. Yeah, I think he sped me up just a little bit. Just a little bit. Yeah, but here's the thing, gang. Why would they need to reach new people when they were doing so well with the people they had? They were doing so well with the people they had. Steve Ritchie's Star Wars will far outsell this Star Wars game. They were doing so well. They had it. They were in the driver's seat. 10.5 LEs would have crushed. You got to remember, like, imagine if Stern was making 10.5 LEs and Jersey Jack C's were $15,000. The reason they started losing the people they had is they got greedy. There's something that people keep forgetting. I'm Bill Brandis is in the house. Francie's here. You guys will all understand what I'm about to say. My dad is a man like this. Bill Brandis is a man like this. Bill Brandis has met my father. Like, they are men who have been successful in life, tend to live their life because they don't have to worry about money anymore. They live their life by principles. Okay? They got the money they have in life because of those principles, because of how they treated others, how they treated their responsibilities, and how they treated themselves. Men of principle and women of principle who ended up successful in life can then choose companies and brands and things they want to support with that hard-earned money. And when they see a pinball company do something that is in opposition to their principles, and they feel like said company made strategic moves to screw them over, they won't buy from them again. It is that simple. The only way to get back those individuals is it's not just about making a great game will win them back. It needs to go further than that. To win back said people who have now abandoned you because they're upset about the things you did to them, there needs to be first and foremost a moment of recognizing the mistakes you've made, admitting them in a transparent and meaningful way. And then there needs to be some actionable thing you do to show you're sorry. Stern has done none of that. Bill, I love you. He's like, what happened to you? None of that. Instead, they just keep doing it the same way. Like, we're going to do it anyway. They don't know how to even begin, because you know what it is? They don't think they did anything wrong. They don't take accountability and responsibility for some of the things they've done. They don't think they did anything wrong when they remade LEs, when they said they were not going to. They never said sorry for telling people you were getting an exclusive topper on James Bond 60th, and then they opened up the topper for everybody else after you bought the game. Oh, you know, what we meant was like Keith Elwin was going to sign these ones exclusively. That's not what you said. That's not what was in the materials. You know, and then you have a company so big, and then you've got a marketing department that's doing everything so small. They don't seriously, like, when's the last time? They don't do anything. It's the same thing. Factory Friday video. That's all they do. They don't talk to us. They don't tell, like, going on like podcasts is not it. It's not it. Like Seth, CEO. I love that he sent out that survey, but he should have done a ask me anything. Ask me anything. Like, I want to hear from you what themes you want. I'm going to tell you 5 themes that we could go get tomorrow. Never seen it. It's too small of a hobby to burn the thousands of us that you need. It's not millions. It's not even hundreds of thousands. It's not even tens of thousands of people. It's like 10,000 people total around the world that you need to keep happy. You'll obviously sell games to more than those people. But for the most part, if I don't keep that 10,000 unit tight and happy and confident in my brand, then we've messed up. Those 10,000 people wanted Back to the Future. Those 10,000 people don't want to lose $3,000 on every single LE. Those 10,000 people never wanted 1,000 LEs. You don't care about those 10,000 people. What they cared about were the 50 distros that write big checks. That's it. I'm going to give my distro a Elvira game. Elvira, like, what was it? Like the 40th anniversary of Elvira. I'm going to give them the game and let them set the price. And that's a FU to consumers. So I'm going to let some of them price it at $25,000. And they did. And then I'm going to go make another version of Elvira that's nicer than that version a year or 2 later or 3 years later. And so that everyone who spent $25,000, your game is now worth 14 at most. Because I made a better version. And then George is like, I don't know why people are mad. Like 200, 199 is less than 500. George, you made it nicer. You made it nicer. You're confused? These people thought they were buying the nicest version of the game there would ever be. And you just made Jaws 50th nicer than Jaws LE. I know you didn't call it an LE, but you made the playfield nicer. You improved the mechs. The wireforms are nicer. Everything about the game is nicer. It shoots better. You made a nicer Jaws. So every single Jaws LE owner now has the second nicest version of the playfield of that game. Hurdles coins. It's funny that they do podcasts with the people that are there gobbling balls and not the guy that will call them on their BS and have a real debate and discussion. Well, look, man, it's not that Stern won't come on my show. Like, I'll interview George Gomez, and when I do, I'm very respectful. Um, it's not about winning me over. I don't give a damn if Stern ever does my show again. I don't want them to win me over. I want them to win you over. I want them to make marketing moves and really think about what they're doing so that all of us feel good again about supporting Stern Pinball. And I just like, I just don't feel like any moves are happening that are on a brand level, and like, I'm sorry, but a little bit bigger screen is not going to win us over because like the JJP screen is still so much nicer. You know what I'm saying? Like, a fan layout Star Wars is not going to win us over when we look at what's happening in Evil Dead. How much more exciting that game looks, right? How much more exciting King Kong looks from a shooting standpoint than, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's just another John Borg. Kaneda, tell Orbital Albert he needs to stop pulling off in the shower. I don't even know. Dude, I don't like, I'm just going to say this. I've had multiple people tell me, like, I don't know. I guess he put some show up behind a paywall. I don't care, bro. Like what the guy says. Like, I'm happy he's doing his show. I'm like, I want everybody to make the content they want to make. I make the content I want to make. When I make the content I want to make, I get the most subscribers. I have more subscribers to Kaneda's Pinball Podcast than all pinball content podcasts combined. So it's, so it'd be funny if like the other shows are like, whoa, what? He's what? To me, that's it. Cause I just talk like this. They don't talk like this. They can't talk like this. They don't say this about Stern. They want to defend these companies, defend them at all costs because their buddies are throwing tournaments. I could care less about a pinball tournament. See, Bill, here's the truth behind this game. And you're right. It wasn't John Borg's fault. John Borg had a killer Indiana Jones ready to go. It was Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Killer Indiana Jones ready to go. And they shelved it on him. The licensing deal fell through and they made him shelve it. He put everything into Indiana Jones. This Star Wars was rushed. He had to make this game on a very accelerated time frame. Why do you think it's got like recycled stuff from the Richie game? Recycled mechs. It's got recycled sculpts. I don't know if any of the mechs are recycled. Yeah, some of them are recycled. They recycled the GoldenEye magnet. It was a rushed game. Everyone would have wanted Indiana Jones done right. John Borg's mistake is going to be this. Can I talk like this? Can I get a what Kaneda? What are you doing, man? You're not supposed to say this stuff. You're never going to win the Twippies. There are no Twippies, man. Twippies are done. I got 6 collecting dust. John Borg's mistake will simply be he will not go over to JJP when he has the opportunity to, because he has loyalty to Gary, because he was basically like working for free to save Stern Pinball back in the mid 2000s. He will wait too long. I'm telling you this right now. Jersey Jack Pinball, one more Stern designer will make it over there, and that will be it. They will not need anybody else. And whether it's Keith Elwin or Jack Danger, or I just think all these Stern designers are going to regret that they did not find a home at JJP and they did not knock on the Abbott store right now and be like, look, I'm ready. Let's do this. And they're going to regret it. Because if something happens to Stern, there's no room anymore. I'm just saying, go where the mojo is. And it's funny because like Spooky Pinball, man, like I don't feel like we need it. I think they're doing fine. I think Bug and Luke are, man, they're creative. They like now know how to design games. I don't know what happened. I don't know like what what alien intervention happened, or if like Bugger Luke got like alien abducted, and I don't know, they put in their heads like now they know how to like design a game, and it's not shitty like Ultraman and Halloween. You know what I'm saying? Like, what happened to these guys? How did they all of a sudden design a really fun to shoot loaded pinball machine? You go back and play like Halloween now, you're like, ugh. You go play Evil Dead, you're like, yeah. You should do a Twippy giveaway each week. I should wear my Twippies to Expo, make a necklace out of them or something fun like that, right? Halloween still sold out. Well, yeah, because didn't they just make like 500 of each or something? Easy on Halloween. Dude, I don't know. That game, man. I mean, the best part about the Halloween launch was the Hedge multi-bar. Dude, I made them change. They changed the playfield because of me. Hedge multi-bar. It is so beautiful out here. I want to say, my mom was in surgery yesterday. She's 80. Gosh, I feel like I've lost count of the years. 83, 84. She still works 5 days a week. She had to get her pacemaker moved over, and they had to reshock her heart because it wasn't beating where they wanted it to. And she got through okay. She's doing okay today. I know she's feeling fine today because I called her up and she immediately started insulting my parenting skills and because we're teaching our kids, like, we teach Cassian sign language so he can communicate. And my mom says, if you do that, he's never going to speak in real life. This is an 80-something-year-old Sicilian mother who just got out of surgery saying, if I teach my little 14-month-old sign language, he will never speak in life because he will only want to sign. That is 100% inaccurate. But that is why I love my mom, because in her mind, she's right. And you wonder where I get it from. My ability to just deliver suppositions as if they are factually accurate. I get it from my mother. You will never beat her in a debate. The kids are home. We're going to end the show in a little bit early. It's been a fun one today. Anything else you guys want to talk about? They're coming back from soccer. Thought they were going to go get a snack after. Hopefully it went well. You never know with kids at this age, like Killian, like Meltdown City. Meltdown City. It's like Kaneda after like 10 whiskeys. He's Meltdown City. There was 1,000 Halloweens. Feel sorry for 1,000 of you. It's such a dog shooter. It's such a dog to shoot. I hope someone makes Super Mario Brothers. I mean, it's perfect theme for pinball. I mean, you need the green, go inside the green pipes, and then you need the lower playfield. Dun, 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 dun. Like, it's all there. They're ringing the doorbell. Killian's ringing the doorbell. He loves to do this. He just rings the doorbell. Should we get him on the show? I want to thank you guys so much for all of your chats today. Let me give a shout out to all the chat, the top fans here. Let's see. Christopher Franchi, number 1. Sad Boy, number 2. Hurdle Coins, number 3. Ajax, number 4. I got a leaderboard. Dave Sanders, Fizzy, Retro Aussie. Thank you, guys. Really appreciate it. It's okay. How was soccer? Yeah? Did you score? Okay. Did you have a good time? Eric, thank you, brother. Kill, you want to come say hi? Can Cass come say hi? Can we bring Cass over? All right, we're going to show you Cass, and he's going to make an appearance. Christopher Franchi gave me $50, Brenda, for my birthday, early birthday gift. So we're going to go have a drink, Brenda and I, Thank you, Mr. Franchi. We also got $50, $49.99 from Sad Boy. So we are going to, and Hurdles coins, $20. So this is this. Oh, when you guys donate, like Brenda is the recipient. Oh, come here, Kel.
No, we don't see them.
You see them?
No, we don't.
I know you don't see them, but they see you.
Why?
Do you want to say hi?
How?
How much? Can I ask you a question? How much do you think Star Wars pinball should be? Don't
18.
$18?
Yes.
Okay, that sounds like a good price. All right, so there you go. Would you rather have Star Wars or Toy Story?
Toy Story.
Okay. Now, if you could have any pinball machine, what would it be?
Bobo.
Bobo? Okay. Well, I don't know if the Bobo LE is going to sell. Let's get this other one. Let me get your brother up here. Can you get him? Cass, come here. Come here. Come here, buddy. Come here. Are you ready? Are you ready for the leader of the rebellion, Cassian Wynn, in his kit? Ah, look how cute this kid is. Now, remember, voting for Cassian to be baby of the year, voting for him to be baby of the year, the Jessica Alba, right? Is okay. You're looking really cool, Brenda. Can you come around and show everybody how cool you look right now? Come here. Look at this. Mama. Come on, Mama. Come say hi. Get the whole yeah, look, you got a Toy Story book. We got the whole family coming in. Say hi. Look at this cool. Look at this hottie. Oh yeah, rainbow bright hottie. Okay. Get the dodo out. See, if Stern just charged $18 for Star Wars, we'd all buy one, right? I mean, that sounds like a fair price. 18 by Christmas. It is so. Is anyone in Connecticut? Does anyone want to go get a drink with Kaneda today? Dave Frazier, are you here? Anyone here nearby? Want to come to Rowaden, get on the boat, have some oysters, lobster rolls? I mean, this is like, we can go to the beach. Wait, my birthday is on National Lobster Day. They said you got the woke hat on. It's Rainbow Bright. That's not woke. It's Rainbow Bright. Come on. Anybody nearby? Okay. It's not woke. Let me ask you guys a question. I'm thinking of doing. I want to know if anyone's down for this. I want to float it out there. I want to float it out there and put it out into the universe. I would love to gather a group of us, a very select group of us that have taste and means. When we go to Pinball Expo, I would love to make a reservation this week for an amazing omakase restaurant in Chicago that's 30-minute Uber from Expo. I will pay for the Uber for us. I'm not going to pay for the dinner, and here's why. The dinner there's 2 sittings. I think we do the 5:30 sitting so we can get back to Expo and have a nice Friday night there. The meal is $250 a head. And it is like an 18-course omakase spectacular. Like, I just wanted to float out there if we could get, like, I think like 6 to 8 of us to just book out the restaurant, like book out the whole bar and have an amazing Kaneda's Pinball podcast, like, get together at a high-end omakase in Chicago. Now, I just want to float that out there if people would be up for that. And it's expensive. And for those of you who know omakase, the $250 is just the food. We want to start getting some Sapporos and some sake. We're going to be dropping. We're going to be dropping about $350 each. But you know what? Life is short. And I guarantee you we'll have more fun than spending $500 on a shooter rod handle. Oh, wow. Look at that bracelet. That's awesome. You want to show it? Your lollipop? Let me help you. You got my flip-flops? Okay. Thanks for my flip-flops. Okay, there you go. Thank you.
Can you put these in the garbage, please?
All right, gang. But anyway, do me a favor. If you're down, oh, you want to sell your bracelet? Okay, they see it. They see it.
No, they don't because
Okay, here.
bracelet. Hello.
They love your bracelet. All right. Let me tell you the place I was looking at. Hold on. It's called like Omakase Room. Let me see. Best. And I think it's attached to a hotel. And let me see. Let me hold on. It was the Omakase Room. The Omakase Room is located in River North Sushi San. Yeah, so the Omakase Room. So here's the deal. If you're down to do this, can PM me, whether it's on Facebook or email me at kanedapinball@gmail.com. If you have my phone number, text me. Let me know if you're down. Like, I don't even care if it's just like 4 of us go. I'm going. Because I'll tell you this, the food in the Schlumberg area is not great. And I'm in Chicago. Like, why do we always have to just eat at like Capitol Grill or like Perry's? And then like, let's go have some omakase. Like, let's do it right. Let's be refined gentlemen for just a couple hours and then go back to the world of cargo shorts. And what I love about the 5:30 sitting, it's like perfect. Like, I mean, it'll be great. Always cold sake. Always. Never. Hot sake is like, man, I like hot sake in the winter. It's fine. But you never have hot sake with omakase. And in fact, the drink you're supposed to have with omakase, because it opens up the flavor of the rice, and because you don't want to combine rice with rice, because sake is rice-based, the drink you're supposed to have is beer. Beer is what the true Japanese like connoisseurs drink with their omakases, not sake. Are you buying drinks? I will buy the drinks at the dinner. Yeah, Brenda's like, yeah, but it's like, it's like, it's like, I mean, normally, like when I do the grill, I usually like, I'll be in for the drinks. All right. So remember, email me, PM me if you're down for the omakase. I'm going to book it this week. And if you're in, you're in. Okay. If you're in, you're in. There's some people in Chicago that might know where to go. David Van Ness, you're in, brother. Look, here's the thing. I know that like there's seminars and discussions, and we all know this. They're so boring. Like here's the PowerPoint slides of how we made the game. And we really here's like 18 slides about how we made the like we're going to be like popping otoro, uni, scallops, sweet shrimps, boom, 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 boom. No haters. I got to get Kale and Jamie to go. Jamie's flying out Friday. I got to get Kale to go with Rachel. Maybe Ralph will join us. Maybe we'll keep a seat open for Ralph just in case. All right. Everybody be good. Love you guys. Happy Saturday. This is a great show. We always have a good time here. It's funny. I love it. All the haters are like, he talked for 90 minutes about me. I didn't talk for 90 minutes about none of you clowns. Like, this is all just us having a good time. Go back and watch the replays if you think I talk about anybody for 90 minutes. You get maybe 90 seconds. That's all you get, suckers. Later.